One, two, meet me outside.
Pump up the volume, pump up the volume. Pump that
Buenas tardes. No, buenos dias. Buenas tardes, people. What's going on, Dagmar? Becky G, Jolie, my sister. What's going on? Prairie's in the building. Just One Sue. Bart Robinson. What's up, peeps? Unfortunately, well, I'm going to show you is egregious. BoogieMan has sunk to a new low. Yes, he has, folks. Yeah, pretty bad. Kane's in the chat. Super Caddy's in the chat. What's going on, peeps? Yeah. Hey, Paul. How you doing? How you doing? How's everyone doing? So when we get to these videos, it's pretty disturbing. The last one's kind of funny, but the first ones are gonna. It's kind of sad what Mike C did yesterday. He went to this channel called what's the name of the channel? It's a criming chain, not crying. It's a crying chain. Pretending to be a therapist to two grieving mothers. Now, this channel is based. I did a little homework, and they're grieving mothers, people that have lost kids and family members and kids that have gone missing. Now, Mike's up there acting a fucking fool, pretending to be a therapist. Now, listen, I'm all for visiting channels and you go whatever. I don't police that. I'm no gatekeeper. But these people are obviously trying to heal, right? They're looking for comfort, right? Here comes this fucking idiot, and I know they're probably gonna find out. I hope soon, not to let his moron back up there, because you'll see what I'm talking about. Watch, I'll show you. Because I don't think it was funny. I don't think he made it about him. I think that's what got me. That got to me. He made it about him, and so let's go Senior Citizen South first. Somebody drop the link for me. It's for Senior Citizen South, if you can. Senior Citizen South, and I'll play some of it. I won't play all of it because I want y'all to go check it out yourselves. So here we go. Okay, give me a second. Okay, boom, boom, share screen. Okay, so let me blow it up a little bit. Okay, all right. So here we go, guys.
You know, I'm just saying, but like I was narcissistic, but I was never.
There we start. Okay, here we go.
When I was in my 20s, I was a little narcissistic because I was a handsome kid and playing football. I'm handsome, you know. I'm just saying, but like I was narcissistic, but I was never a sociopath. I never tried to control anybody.
When my son was missing, I was out looking, and I was in a really bad spot the whole time he was gone.
I'll give you.
By the way, shout out to these ladies. Listen, there's no words I can say to kind of, you know, and I'm not making fun of you or anything like that. I just want to bring some type of awareness, you know, because this guy, you don't want this guy on your panel.
That is what I see with Steph. I don't see that with the Proudfoots.
Mike, you want to interject there?
That's perfectly said. So basically, remember, like when your kid was little, I remember this one thing when my son was little. He was like 5 or 6 years old, right? And you turn around and they run off like in the mall, and you're just frantic. You're frantic to find your child. You know, that's the show of love. He seems more angry that he's missing, like it's a problem for him. Like, I got to deal with this now. That shows me he never cared about the kid. He never
taking the attention off of him.
Listen, God bless his kids, but you can't relate, Mike. You haven't lost a fucking child. That's what makes it such egregious. You know what I mean? You fucking moron. These people have lost loved ones. Anyway, get back to it.
Yeah.
All of their actions, all of their behaviors. I'm very good at behavioral science, which was one of my top things. I could observe someone's behavior. Everything is saying that they know way more than they're telling.
I'm not Sunny, but I'll answer it. Yes, I ran away as a child. When I was a child, we didn't have cell phones.
He laughs. He fucking.
We didn't. However, every time I ran away,
a bad person. Like, he's not.
This moron laughed when she said that. What about? There's nothing funny about what she said there. So, you know, we all know he has a warped sense of humor, but dude, you know, this is a new low even for you, bro. Jesus Christ.
A good person. I pray to God. I actually prayed on this. I actually prayed on this as a Christian, that he's okay. He's somewhere okay. Yeah. But yeah, no, you're right. You're exactly right. The guy is just, he's a jerk off. That's what he is. As we say in New York, he's a jerk off. And I'm not putting women down. It's not what I'm doing. Not women shaming.
No, it's not what you're saying.
The mother should have had better control over her husband, because the woman has as much power as the man. You know, my wife, yo,
now
I don't mess with her physically.
He said, my wife. What wife, Mikey? What wife? You're not fucking married, you fucking lying son of a bitch. You fucking
physically, like, you know, there's no comparison, but mentally, she guides me mentally, you know, and that's what a lot of women don't do, is that they let a man overtake them. They let a man dominate them, and a woman and a man should have a 50-50 relationship. Go ahead, ladies.
I gave everything, because those little bits, when you put them all together, they make a big picture.
That's right. You never.
Now this gets real fucking sad, folks. And I'm sorry, but you know, in order to do this, you got to get through these bad parts. But he made it about him. You know, these women are grieving. He's talking about in another video, which I think Proby or Vegas Valley Constant Cries. You should go visit those channels too. It's a longer version of this clip, and he makes it about him. You know, it's typical MO. My weight, my height. He apparently has a rare blood type and all this bullshit. You know, Mikey, Jesus Christ.
Never know what information is going to end up helping.
it's very pertinent, and I'm very, very sorry for what you went through. And I'm telling you, I'm very, very sorry. I could never imagine going through that.
Fake sympathy. Fake
the hardest thing in the
sympathy.
world is a parent, a good parent. Because I don't think Chris Bradford's a good parent. I think he's a piece of garbage. But I mean, a good parent who loves their children, to go through something like this, it's the most difficult thing in the world. And I'm glad you're still here, and I'm sorry that you went through that. That's all I wanted to say. I'm not trying to change the subject. I just wanted to say I'm sorry you went through that. Go ahead, ladies.
And it was a little piece of information that found my son.
All right, let me fast forward just a little bit. We get to the, because I don't want to, I want y'all to go and subscribe to.
I want to hurt that child.
Let me drop the link.
Lock me up, because I'm gonna stop you. I'm sorry, ladies. I think that these young men and women, especially people that have special needs, especially people that are handicapped, they should be protected. They should be loved and nurtured, because this is how God, dealt them. But it's hard because people are so cold and callous. And this young man, I hope this young man comes home. I hope he's okay. And I hope he goes to someone who loves him. Go ahead, please.
1 hour later.
Megan, I hope.
What do you hope?
Pray that you die a miserable death.
Wow.
You're such a
fuck, Mike?
that is such a Christian therapist
What
thing
the fuck
to say.
is that, bro? God bless you,
Christian
man. God bless
therapist.
you.
It's a good joke.
Jesus Christ.
I
And there you have
love it, dude. I fucking love it. You're such a piece of shit Christian.
He's so
Give the religious people like
Let me tell you something.
in the chat.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. I troll the fuck out of you people.
Moron. Jesus Christ, man. Listen, let me stop this real quick. I'll play another one. The Vegas. So that was actually Senior Citizen Sal. Like I said earlier, man, you can go around, you can visit all channels and stuff. Mikey does visit another channel called the Messy Street Spot, which is about Diddy and stuff like that. He I don't even mind that. He doesn't know anything about Diddy and rap music, but he looks like a fool up there. But it doesn't bother me as much as seeing him up with these fragile people. They're vulnerable. You know what I mean? If you can't relate to their pain, leave them the fuck alone. It's like obviously they're trying to heal. Jesus Christ. Anyway, let's go to it. Let's go to the next. There's a million channels out there, and he chooses that channel of all channels to go troll, because that's what he's doing is trolling, because he's lying about it's fake sympathy. It's not even real sympathy. It's disgusting, and obviously he needs to be fucking called out for it. So let's go now to Vegas. Okay, let's go to Vegas. Can't see Christ. Let me see. What's up, LA? Spike, what's going on, brother? Good to see you, bro. Okay, this one's kind of okay. Well, I'll play it anyway. All right.
Aren't you being anti-gay when you do that? You fucking hypocrite, gay bastard. We say all we are. I'm not good. I'm not a good person. Mike he doesn't say the type of stuff that we say. But you have pictures of Vegas Valley with sperm on his face. 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 Vegas Valley with sperm on his face.
Vegas Valley with sperm on his face.
We're saying anti-gay stuff. Then you got Titty Megan in the chat saying, okay, Wombat. I asked Wombat. I said, Have you ever had BBC or are you racist? Have you?
Why does Eric get into these fucking debates protecting Mike or caping for Mike? We'll never fucking know. He did it with Joe too. But this is not about Eric. Eric that's another topic for another fucking day, to tell you the truth.
Have you had BBC before?
Wait, BBC? Oh shit.
No, have you ever
dated a black dude?
Why? Because your ass is too small? You can't just
Hey, yo, listen. What, on buttholes?
Oh my God. I mean, just because you like a certain type of person doesn't mean they're gonna fuck you all the time. It's not like, oh, I like.
Are you attracted to black men? I came over right now.
Attracted to all men.
I'm
attracted to all types of women, to be honest.
That was my boy head. I should have came up better.
If they're hot.
I shaved my head and I shaved my beard, Mike. I did a little bit of puberty.
My bad. I was talking. I think a lot of drinking was involved yesterday. You know, not to make excuses, but obviously there were fucking just a lot of drinking going on.
Yeah, but okay, so when we say stuff about hormones,
for summer, man, I'm gonna have to get a haircut, honestly.
How did you get mad? I shaved all that shit.
It's getting fucking hot, bro.
What makes you gay? Like, what makes you gay? Are you obsessed with Mike?
What are you asking in these questions?
I want to know if he in love with me.
Let's stop that video. I don't really want to focus on Eric or anything like that. It's just too nasty. I don't want to really. I want to go to Proby's channel. So show you more. And shout out to those ladies. Like I said, the channel's name is what's it called again? It's a crime means shame. Actually, you know what? I looked for it and I was actually subscribed to them. I didn't know I was even subscribed to them, to my surprise. So let's go to what did I say? Proby. Here we go. Okay, Proby. Proby has a good take on it. He has like 36 minutes of the whole situation. Obviously, this is not going to do anything. What I'm doing here is just calling it out for the people that don't know, that don't follow these clip channels. I do, but new low. How low can you go? All right, let me pause right there. It's really long, so I'm not gonna play it all. Obviously, it's just too long. All right. And boom.
It's fascinating, the way that
I'll throw down a link.
This is unfolding, and there's so much stuff that's unsaid, and the biggest thing I think is this. I don't believe he just walked out of the house with no shoes on and disappeared. I don't believe that that's true. I think
Mikey knows everything.
A family friend maybe rescued him away from those people, because that man is a piece of garbage.
Hey, Yum, what's going on, Yum?
In chat, you said you were a former police officer, or a former police officer, and then a therapist. Is that so? Anyways, before we carry on, just tell us a bit about yourself, if you could, there, Mike.
Yeah, no problem. I grew up in Queens, New York, and I grew up there for what?
I'm gonna speed through this, obviously, because, like I said, I'll clip some of this stuff, but I don't like to show you all of it, so you can go over there and finish watching. But you get the gist of it, though.
I'll let you know. I came down to Virginia, and been here ever since. So I've been in, so I'm like half Southern, half New York. But coming down was a good transition, because my kids had a good life. Because in New York, it's insane. It's crazy.
All right, let me speed through this, because it's so fucking nasty. Listen to him, his fucking voice.
That's right. Yes, I ran away as a child. When I was a child, we didn't have cell phones. Okay, we did. However, every time I ran away.
But the thing is that I know human behavior. But ladies, all I can tell you is when I read him as a person or as an investigator, he screams.
What's up, internet guy? What's going on, bro?
A bad person. like he's not a good person. I pray to God. I actually prayed on this. I actually prayed on this as a Christian that he's okay. He's somewhere okay.
That Christian.
But yeah, no, you're
Oh
right.
my
You're
God.
exactly right. The guy is just he's a jerk off.
He's
That's
talking
what
about.
he is.
I think he's talking about himself.
He's a jerk off. And I'm not putting women down. It's not what I'm doing. I'm not women shaming.
I get what you're saying.
Mind you, this is a channel, okay, for grieving mothers that have lost children, died, kidnapped, whatever. You know what I mean? God bless. He's up there talking about himself, okay? Narcissistic baboon. Yeah.
The mother should have had better control over her husband.
Hey, COVID is going on.
Because the woman has as much power as the man. You know, my wife, yo, I don't mess with her physically, like,
Mr.
you know,
what's
there's
going
no
on, brother?
comparison. But mentally, she guides me mentally. You know, and that's what a lot of women don't do, is that they let a man overtake them. They let a man dominate them. And a woman and a man.
What the hell is he talking about? What the fuck is he talking about?
This guy is brash. He's annoying. He's a jerk off. He's just a rude a-hole. And he has a target on his back because of his personality.
We got to zip through this because, hey, COVID in the chat, Mr. B in the chat, what's going on, guys?
Here. They might be over here. This is what they like to do. This is where they like to go, or like to eat, you know, or this is their favorite friend, you know. So what I'm trying to say is that more information to give to law enforcement helps them narrow down where they might be. That's all I'm trying to say, ladies.
And it was a little piece of information that found my son. It was a little piece of information that figured out who killed him.
Now, this is sad. You know, listen, you know, Mikey has, you know, sunk into a new low, like I said. He can't relate. You can't tell me you can relate to these ladies. No way. No way in hell you can relate. You don't belong on that fucking panel, bro. Leave these ladies alone. Let them grieve. The people that visit those channels are pretty much people that probably have gone through it. And they can relate. You don't relate, Mike. You don't belong. Just like you don't belong at the message spot talking about rap. You know shit about rap. Oh my God.
Sorry for that. I'm so sorry to hear that. God bless you. I'm so sorry to hear that. That's terrible. But you're exactly right. You know, the best way to figure out where someone missing is, okay, what's their favorite food? What's their favorite restaurant? Who's their best friend? What park do they like? You know, you ask all these questions to try to figure out maybe where they went. But you're right, you know, and all I can say is I'm very sorry that happened. My heart goes out to you. And that's the honest to God truth. I'm very sorry.
The phoniness.
That loss in your life.
Listen to that fucking
Mike,
tone.
how long were you a police officer for?
Here we go.
8 years.
8 years. And then you said you became a therapist?
Yes.
Are you still a therapist?
Yes.
Okay. So this is where I wanted to ask you. So from Melissa, in the sense, she, like, let's put her like Seth, and you're, say, the police officer. So let me ask you, would you feel like Seth was over speaking? Because from a police officer point of view, right? Mm-hmm. Would you have told Katie, like, would police officers like say, hey, like, don't say much, you know, don't say too much?
Yeah, no problem. So what you do basically is you get with the investigator, the lead detective, or the investigator on the case, and you talk to them privately. You don't give details in the media. You don't talk to the media, because if this person is being held by somebody, they're going to get the clues and they're going to move them around. So you talk privately to the investigator or the detective.
Oh my God.
The biggest problem is that when a lot of people go online, or, you know, social media, whatever you want to talk about.
Are you listening to this moron? Jesus Christ.
All the news, and they give all these clues out. Sometimes the captor will actually panic and off the person.
Now, at some point, he's telling these ladies that he was an investigator, not only a police officer, but that he investigated. I don't know what the fuck he investigated, but you know, he's none of that. He was a security guard at best. At best, you know, he probably didn't have a handgun. I mean, it's like, what the fuck? All right.
It's just like the cartel mentality. So you have to almost not say the information you're giving to find this person. So people always say social media helps find people.
Haley.
It also can help K-word people. Because that's what I'm trying to say. You have to let the investigator or the detective find the person. You give them all the information you have, all the patterns, you know, where they go, what they like, who they're associated with, all these other things.
All right, let's speed through this because it's pretty bad. I want you guys to go over there now. I tell you what, you know, God bless this kid. I don't, you know, it's just so fucking bad, you know, because that young man's pictures up, and this guy going off about himself, his weight, his size, you know, his whole spiel about, you know, about himself. So yeah.
But I'm just saying, like I can flip that switch, but I don't want to. I want everyone to get along. But what I try to do is, and when I was younger, I was a hothead because I'm from Queens. I'm from Queens, New York. I would be a hothead. But what I'm trying to do now is I'm trying to be more understanding.
Yeah, you're understanding, Mike.
I can't remember where it was. I was a couple weeks ago. I can't remember exactly what panel it was. I'm being honest with you. And he was running his mouth, and I popped up, right? And I'm like, yo, you know, why don't you talk that?
By the way, I don't think that's a real mic in chat, so don't block it. I think that's just yeah. Go ahead.
Crap to me, and he was like all flustered, and then he ended up dropping off. You know, he's a coward because if a man comes up, he likes talking that ish to women, right? He likes talking that ish.
Listen to this.
But if a man comes up, he won't talk that. He won't talk that crap.
Now, how many of us have heard him talk to Megan and the way he's talked to Megan and with your heart in the past? He was nice to her last night, by the way. I kind of, well, once Father Shore went up there, I kind of was fighting when my sleep was real late. I didn't catch most of it till I came back from where I was at today. So pretty bad shit, man. I don't know, man. It's pretty, yeah, I could barely watch this clip. You know what I mean? I kind of speed through it like I'm doing right now.
And I told him, I said, bro, I'll drop you on your collarbone. That's what I told him. And he's gone.
Sean Little.
I mean, I'm just telling you, like he's a coward. He's a coward. He tries to intimidate women and children, but he ain't never gonna fight a man. You know? And he was running his mouth. He's like, oh yeah, blah, blah. And someone had said,
let me remind you again, this channel is about grieving parents that have lost children. Children are missing. Now, mind you, look what he's talking about.
Like, yo, Mike will hurt you, bro. yo, don't go there. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, yo, let's do a celebrity fight. You know, let's do it. You know, I got 26 years in judo. Let's do it. And he was like, all right, whatever. And he just bounced off. What was your son's name?
Oh, well, listen. Well, let me forward this a little bit. Hey, Black Cards and Boogers. What's going on, Black Cards?
Nicholas?
Yes.
My son's name is Nicholas.
And he went missing.
My son's name
He was missing for a week.
Yeah.
Hey, Christ Manson in the chat.
And he was being held hostage.
Now, when she said that, it broke my heart immediately. That's when Mike could have just ducked the fuck out. Because he can't relate. I'm going to say it again. He can't relate with these fucking people. I mean, I don't mean to say it like that, but God bless these people. You know what I mean? It's just that, you know, why would you listen and pretend to be a therapist when these people are grieving? They're healing. They're trying to heal. My God. Yeah. All right. Let me forward that part because it's pretty bad. All right. Here we go.
Every right to feel the way that you feel. And your emotions are beautiful.
Shout out
the
to
way
Christ
that
Manson.
you are talking about your son, the way that you're talking about how you loved him, it's beautiful. It really is. And we commend you. and it's okay to be upset. For anybody to knock that is a piece of garbage. Okay? A piece of garbage to knock the way a mother grieves for her child, or even a father grieves for his child. So all I'm trying to tell you is that I commend you, and I want to tell you that I have your back. I think you were an amazing mother. I think you were amazing. And what happened was out of your control. It wasn't your fault. Things happen.
Now, this live, like the senior citizen saw one, that was when he actually told, after this, I guess he went to Bananas and told Megan he wished death upon her, right? So right after this, the same shirt, same everything, he goes over there and wishes death upon Megan. So there you go.
And you have to grieve the way you have to grieve. But from what I can hear from you, is you were a hell of a good mother. And I'm telling you,
it's fake. It's all fucking fake sympathy. We all know him. We all know him. Everybody in chat knows this fucking bastard. You know what I mean? This is disgusting. I don't want to deal with this guy ever again. I don't think I'll ever be on a fucking panel with this son of a bitch or anything, because this is as low as you can get, in my view, in my opinion.
my mother was not that great. Let me just tell you this. And I would have loved to have you as my mother, because you seem extremely loving. Go ahead, ladies. Everyone on panel right here is a champion, because we bring joy to people. We laugh. We have fun. We have a good
Did
time.
he say we? Did he say we bring joy to people?
Melissa, you're fine. You're doing fine. You testified. You told your story, and all of us on the panel, all of us here, have your back. We all have your back, and I could never imagine what you've gone through. I can't even imagine it. And you have the strength of 10 men to go through this.
Well, Mike, you don't have a strength of one man. Fuck out of here. Okay.
Crime against someone that you love with all of your heart. You're hearing the dissertation. You're hearing all the details. No, you're exactly right. It's very hard to sit there and listen to. It's very difficult, because you're listening to like the whole details roll out, and it's messed up.
Now, shout out to All Things Serious. He has a really good page. Now he can relate. Vic Ferrari, other people, that's just a few that can relate to people, addiction, whatever. Going around pretending to be a therapist is gotta be sick. You gotta be sick in your fucking head. You gotta, I don't know what's wrong with you, man. Go do what you do, man. Go to Bananas, go do this. But leave these people alone. Let them heal. They don't need your bullshit. They don't need this attention.
So it really is. And that's why a lot of people don't want to be in court. What you got to do, Melissa, is you got to have some hood guys like me on the payroll that just take care of something without no one knowing what's going on. You know what I'm saying? But no, all jokes aside, I'm really sorry for your loss. It's just terrible. It really is terrible.
Both of theirs, yeah. I want to ask Robin and Melissa, if I could. When you got into true crime,
let me pause this. See what he's doing. The people that are out there really trying to help people. Okay, these channels that are just geared with no drama, and all they want to do is kind of just help other people that's gone through many things. There's many channels that you can go to, and people will relate. You'll find people that could share the same story and feel your pain and go back and forth. This moron doesn't belong here. He knows nothing about losing a child. He doesn't know anything about that.
Was it because you wanted to bring awareness to the cases, or is it because you felt the connection to the murdered and the missing and people that were in similar circumstances? Like, I don't know, you guys answer. Like, do you find it very healing being in the true crime, in a sense? I'm just curious about both of you. What brought you here?
the human mind is amazing. Like, in other words, being prior law enforcement and then being in the psychology, like criminal justice and psychology, you can kind of feel how someone's brain works.
Okay, Mike, final word for you. Which
What was that? I couldn't hear you.
Sorry, we're just doing our wrap up. So what's your final message or anything?
Yo, Chris Proudfoot, if you're listening to me right now, yo, if you want to go into the ring with me, we can go to the UFC ring.
There you have it.
You want to be a tough?
Maybe a blessing. Everybody, wishing people luck and whatever. No, Mike wants to fucking invite somebody to fight in a ring. You fucking orangutan. Fuck is wrong with you?
Guy with a 14-year-old kid, come fight me.
15.
Come fight me. Come fight me and see what happens. Go ahead, ladies, and see what happens. Come fight a 2-dan black belt in judo from Queens and see what happens to you, Chris Pussyfoot. See what happens to you. Just see what happens.
With your 5'5" midget self.
Yeah, I'm 6'3", 215 with a second-degree black belt in judo. Come fight me.
Yeah, Mikey going through his his sides, big hands, big mouth, no hair, big stink, the whole thing.
Come fight me and see what happens, brother. See what happens. In typical interrogation, real quick, I'm just doing it real fast. When you drop your eyes, when you close your eyes, when you're talking, you're lying. You're lying.
That's pretty brutal, Jake. But in this case, I'll let that go, Jake. It's all good.
Lying, because you can't look the person in the eyes. And when he drops his shoulder. This guy's a piece of garbage. He's a piece of garbage. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well,
you see her rocking?
I don't know. You have to go check who these people they're talking about. I don't. Like I said, I skimmed through it. I don't know the gist of it. I just know Mikey was on a panel with people that are grieving. You fucking moron.
Yeah.
That is exactly psychology. She is afraid.
Well, listen, I would suggest or ask maybe what's his name? Shoot. The one that busts Mike everywhere he goes, Combat Wombat, or even the shit show, AC. So the channel's name it's called, I could drop the link actually. I'll drop the link. While I play this, I'll drop the link.
Of this man. She's rocking back and forth. Like, you don't rock back and forth, for any reason other than fear. Like, she's trying to self-soothe herself. This man is an animal. Like, she's rocking back and forth. But these women, they'll take a man who's a piece of garbage. This guy's a piece of garbage. I would luckily pop him in the face.
I've been abused all my life, from childhood to womanhood, and the last time I was abused, I was done. I've been single since, I don't even know, maybe 13.
Now, I dropped the link to that channel. I would suggest, be gentle with this. I don't know how you're gonna handle going over there and telling these people, I don't know. I think they need to be told though who Mikey really is.
Yeah. It happens. It happens. Like my last
Eddie, absolutely. Let me drop the link.
Last marriage, it didn't go well. So it kind of spoiled me to be with someone else, right?
He just said he was married. Now he's not married.
But what I'm trying to say, ladies, is that you always have that fear of going through it again. Does that make sense? Like, once you're burned, you're afraid to go through the whole process again. A narcissist is going to need all the attention on themselves. And you're exactly right. He's just burying himself. Go ahead. I've worked different kinds of things. And sometimes a man will abuse a woman because he feels inferior. He feels like he has to dominate. But there are some men that learn and they change. I'm saying there are some.
Well, you have
not all.
Not all.
Some.
You're right.
But This guy to me seems like he's
All right.
never going to learn.
Let me finish this off. Let me stop.
And then they would get.
I got a real good guest in the back. He's never been on this channel, but I got to put a banner up real quick. Real good guy, and on this channel you can go to, you can relate to whoever have any addictions, any type of stuff like that. This is the right person to go to. And so, ladies and gentlemen, we have Eddie.
What's going on,
Eddie?
Angel? How you doing, Angel?
All right, man. How you doing, bro?
I've been doing all right, brother. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm glad you came up to get me off that topic that it's been eating at me since I got up this morning. I don't say I usually don't. I didn't want to make this channel about, like, I'm not trolling him. I just felt bad for those ladies. You know what I mean? That come to share. Now you can relate because you have a channel similar, not to like to people that lost children, but a channel that people come for comfort. So that's the tricky part about having channels that you know, I would think so. What you think?
Well, I was listening, and when you sit there, okay, so all honesty, I can relate to when somebody loses a child because I've lost mine.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
So, but if you can't relate, you shouldn't be saying anything.
No, you're gonna do more damage because now they're gonna find out that he's a fucking phony. So you know he's gonna cause more pain. So I just don't get it, man.
I really don't, because you can't sit there and say I relate and I'm sorry for your loss. You can say I have best condolences. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But you can't. No one can relate until you've been through it.
No. You can't say I understand. No, you don't. I couldn't say that to somebody that lost a child. I understand. No. You know, God bless my kids. I don't know what that feels. I don't want to know how that feels. But you know,
it's difficult.
Yeah.
It's difficult.
Yeah.
You know, and the thing is it takes a lot of strength to overcome that. You know, and you still live with it, even though you're moving forward. It's still there.
Right.
So, but
yeah,
and then he comes off threatening Chris Proudfoot.
Yeah, I don't know who that was, to tell you the truth. I don't know who Chris Proudfoot was.
I know who that is because I follow true crime also. You know what I'm saying? So I know who that is.
But he was probably in chat calling him out. I don't know. I don't know what happened there, but yeah, probably was that. I don't know. Listen, on a channel like that, one moment he's like, "I'm so sorry," fake, obviously. "I'm so sorry for you," and then he's like, "Oh, I'll fight you in a ring." You know, obviously he's phony. You can see right through that shit.
Yep.
You can't be sympathetic and at the same moment, in the same sentence, threaten somebody. You know what I mean? You just can't do that.
No.
I'm pretty sure this community
he calls himself a therapist.
That's dangerous. That's really dangerous. Think about that.
You call yourself a therapist, and then you're over here threatening people.
Yeah. Well, I for one, I don't like to give advice about, let's say, health issues, because everybody's different.
Yeah.
I could tell you what I've been through or whatever, but I don't like to give the wrong advice because people can actually hurt themselves, or because what I'm going through, it could be probably similar, but it could be, we're all different.
I share my opinion. I share my opinion,
exactly.
But I don't ever tell anybody what they should do.
Yeah.
Because if you tell somebody what they should do and it don't work out, it falls back on you.
Exactly. I don't want to carry that.
No.
Yeah, that's got to be horrible. You know what I mean? I've actually told people that reached out to me, and I've always gone, hey, go consult a doctor, go see a therapist, a psychiatrist. I can't help you with. I've actually people that wanted to commit suicide, and I cannot. I don't ignore them, but I try to get I try to guide them in the right direction. You know what I mean? But I could give the speech. You know, you got everything to live for. God wouldn't want that, but the actual healing that person needs, I can't. I'm not a professional. So yeah.
See, I'm an empath, right?
Right.
So I can take all your venting, your trauma onto my shoulders by just listening. Right. You know, some people just need somebody to listen.
Right.
That's it.
Right.
Just listen
Yeah.
while they're venting and releasing all that onto your shoulders, just to listen.
Right.
You
I
know,
mean,
they don't need feedback, just somebody
yeah.
to listen.
You know, is channel like yours. There's a couple channels that do what you do. You know what I mean?
There is.
There's
There is.
obviously you can get infiltrated. You know what I mean? And by the wrong people. I don't know how would you go about trying to find out if somebody's actually trolling you, or are they lying, or does it matter? Does it really matter if they're up there fake sympathizing and all that stuff?
So I don't when I open my panel for discussion,
Mm-hmm.
by somebody's voice, you can tell. By the emotion they put out there, you can tell.
Right.
Through messaging, who knows if they're being real by a message or a statement.
Right. It would be. I would think it would be really, really hard to kind of navigate through those people that are going to come up and just tell fake stuff. I mean, it's probably a very small amount of people that I actually would do that, had the balls to go up to a channel where they're grieving, or a channel that's about addiction and lie about. I think that the cry for attention is real. You know what I mean? It's like people lie
Yep.
about just basically anything, just to have the all eyes on them. You know what I mean? So it's pretty bad.
So what I suggest to people, right? If you're going through something, seek out a therapist. That's
Yeah,
what I
absolutely.
suggest.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I can't tell you what to do. I can't tell you how well you know how to improve life. All I do is say, seek out a therapist, get diagnosed. Don't ever self-diagnose yourself, because you don't know what you're going through.
Right.
Professionals can understand you better than somebody like me. I talk about mental health because I deal with it on a daily basis.
Right. You know what you're talking about. You know what I mean? So we all know what Mike's about. We all know he needs professional help. You know what I mean?
I was on a panel with him before, and like he was silent the whole time I talked.
Well, well, with you, obviously, if he kept quiet, he was very afraid of you busting him, or so to speak. You know what I mean? Or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah.
It was on Mr. P's channel.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah. And I almost lost it with Banana. I almost lost it with him, because he was up there too, and I almost went ham on him, and I kept my composure.
Yeah.
Right?
Banana can be dark. He can get dark
Yes.
sometimes. Yeah.
Oh man, I almost lost my composure, but I held it together. And then Mike came up, and he was like talking, and then I'm like, I had to start talking. And then as soon as I started talking with Mr. P, Mike was just silence.
Right. Yeah. Well, it's the best thing you did, because I think, would you get like heated at somebody? If you catch somebody trying to kind of fake a condition that damn right, there's people that's really suffering from it. Would you actually get mad and tell them to fuck off?
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't do that, because there's an underlining issue going on.
Right. Right.
Okay. Because there are a lot of people that'll play something they're not, because they have an issue with something else.
Right.
You know, don't get me wrong. When I was listening to what he was saying, I didn't agree with half the stuff he said, you know, but.
No, you have to go back and get the gist of it. I kind of skimmed through it because I didn't want to take too long, but it's pretty bad, man. It's pretty fucking bad. Yeah. As far as like the things he's done on YouTube, I think this got to be the lowest. Yeah, I don't think you go any lower.
So.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just wanted to come up and say hi to you. And
hey, thank you, Eddie. Listen, I appreciate it. We appreciate the fact that you're helping people, and I think that means a lot to the community itself. There's obviously a lot of addiction out there. A lot of people don't know how to share with the right people, and obviously you gotta really do your homework. And I know I hear through the grapevine you're doing great. Vic Faravi is one of my he's a good friend of mine, and he admires what you're doing. So, and
Yeah, he's been up on my panel.
I know I missed it. I told him next time you go up there, let me know. I wanted that. I wanted to see that happen. But I went back and kind of watched it a little bit. But yeah, good stuff.
Vic is a good dude. Vic,
really good dude.
Dude. Yes.
Always been the same, by the way. Vic has never changed. From the moment I've met him, he's always been the same person. Very helpful. Wants to give advice. Wants to try to help even the lowest of the lowest. There's people that don't deserve. There's people that don't deserve his kindness. But see, that's Vic. So if I respect and love Vic for what he is, I gotta respect that, even though I disagree with who he's helping. That's not up to me. My job is to be his friend and to support what he does.
Yep. There are people that are out there that need help. You know what I'm saying? And they don't realize they need help. Right. But there are a lot of people that are out there that need help.
They don't know how to reach it. Right. Mm-hmm.
Correct. They're afraid to ask for it because there's a stigma behind mental health, especially with men.
Especially with men, yeah.
Yes. It may, like, if you become in tune with your emotions, it makes you weak. And it doesn't. Right. It actually makes you a man.
Yeah.
You know, and that's a subject that is very taboo amongst men, is being in touch with your emotions.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not ashamed of, you know, shedding a tear about something and talking about what's going on in my life.
Right.
You know, some people bottle it up.
Yeah. And that's the worst thing you can do is bottle it up.
Yeah.
I went to therapy for a long time. After 2011, got diagnosed. Long story short, he became one of my closest friends. We had to actually, because he would have got in trouble if he called me on a personal. So I had to find another therapist, and he actually became my friend. And he would tell me all the time, "Yeah, I don't think you really need therapy," but I actually did need it, and I reached out. You know what I mean? It was hard. It was kind of weird. You know, I'm Puerto Rican. The machista side of me, the fact that you're talking to a stranger was weird and kind of spilling your guts. But after a while, you get comfortable. You really do.
I agree.
And now therapy might be for everybody. You know.
No.
Yeah.
Just a friend to lean on.
Exactly.
Sometimes you need that friend to call up and say, because you know it depends on the situation. Everything is situational.
Right.
Okay. You know, you could be sad at the moment, going through something short, and you need somebody to talk to. And then once they talk, they're fine after that.
Yeah.
And then you have other people that have serious issues going on that really need help, you know, and talk to a professional, you know. And when I get those phone calls from people that are going through something serious, I listen. And then I suggest getting professional help.
Right. I mean, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're good. Go ahead.
I got trolled a long time ago on YouTube. This lady came up on panel. Long story short, she felt she got mistreated on panel. I'm sorry. And but before that, I gave her my email. I even gave her one of my phone numbers because she seemed really, really cool, and I thought she was actually going to be part of the channel. You know, it was a long day. It was a long stream. Next thing you know, she texted me that she was going to end herself because of what happened on panel. But the thing about it is that I emailed her or I texted her the next day, and I got a text back saying, "Well, this person emmed themselves. Thanks to you guys, what you guys did to her." And I was like, wow. And I actually believed it, bro. You know? And we come to find out later, she didn't even do it. You know what I mean? It's like, she's still alive. But I'm very careful now. You have who I give my information to and stuff like that, because right now I am actually going through, I wanted to connect with this channel, and I just found out some stuff. Now I got to disconnect. And thank God for Vic and people like Smitty and you know, that let me know, listen, you need to separate yourself from this person because this and that, whatever. I don't want to blow her out the water, but I gotta disconnect. You know what I mean? Because I don't know if it's true or not, but obviously it'll follow you here. You got to be careful who you're on panel with, and if they have a past or this and that. There's some things are more egregious than others, obviously. But
yeah. I have a good group of mods.
Mm-hmm.
You know, really good group of mods. And
Well,
you know a lot.
yeah.
You know a lot of them, Angel. You know a lot of them.
Yeah, I've actually sometimes I don't join, or if you're talking about something, I don't want to take away the attention or kill the flow of what's
Dude, you're
going on
always
panel.
welcome to come in the chat. If something is on your mind and something's bothering you or whatever, or if you can understand what somebody's going through in chat, you're more than welcome to add your 2 cents.
Yeah,
You're
I mean, I
more
want
than welcome.
if I can maybe add something to somebody's story. Yeah, I'll probably say something, but I don't have anything to really like to help that person. If I have whatever, I'll just, it's better to say nothing than say the wrong thing. I always say, you know what I mean? So,
Correct.
Yeah, but it's been a great stream, Eddie. I appreciate it. I just wanted to do that. I'm gonna go live with Vic Ferrari tomorrow at some time. I think it's 2:00 my time, Eastern time.
Okay. All right.
But I think, I gotta get with him after I get off here. But I just wanted to do this because and without Vic, because I know Vic doesn't want this type of stuff. You know what I mean? Because he's gonna start a new channel, and obviously Vic wants to do basically what you do.
Yeah.
And so he wants to kind of keep it separated, and I respect that. But I think I wanted to tell my friends, my subscribers, look, I know a lot of them don't follow these clip channels, so I wanted to let them know and throw them in and say, listen, this is what Mikey is actually doing now. A new low for him. So I done my job. After today, I won't even speak about him because it's done. I'm not gonna keep carrying this on to every live because my channel's not about Mike, to tell you the truth. So
no, it's not. It's about other things. It's called Angel's Newfound Life.
To tell you the truth, I promised I wouldn't speak about my health in detail. I've never actually spoke in detail about my health. I always kept something secret for obvious reasons. I knew I was on YouTube, but the little bit I did share, I hope to help. I think I helped some people. I related with some people. I won't mention their names, and they were going through stuff, and I was going through stuff. We kind of leaned on each other. So what you said earlier, once I revealed that, a couple of people came, and then we kind of bonded over sicknesses. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yes.
And it was amazing. And I'm not in touch with those people anymore, but I know they're doing well, and I wish them the best. But yeah. But I'm really Smitty's in the building.
I think you heard his name being called.
I know. Well, Smitty kind of informed me about somebody that I didn't, like I was saying earlier, and I don't want to blow or add to that person's whatever that was done. I don't know that person like that. I thought it was a good opportunity to link up. Sometimes you gotta link up with people that have channels or whatever, kind of, But I didn't do my homework, I guess, and whatever. I had no bad feelings. It's just I can't work with people. Things happen. And I hope that she doesn't take it personal or anything like that. We never got to work together, and I'm not really putting out there or saying anything bad about her. That's not. I don't know her, so I'm not one to talk about people that I don't really know in detail. So you know what I mean. So God bless her, and I wish her the best. But I think I'm gonna take another road. Yeah. Anyway.
But Angel, are you in? I want to connect with you outside of YouTube.
Absolutely. You want?
So I'm gonna go into private chat.
Yeah, me too.
I'm gonna drop something for you. All right.
All right. Oh, if it's Discord, I don't. Yeah.
No, it's not Discord. It's not Discord.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you.
I don't really mess with Discord. People already asked me. I might join Vix. I'm thinking about joining Vix. I don't know. That's my personal number, by the way.
I just gave you mine.
Yeah. Oh, good stuff. All right. Let me write that down, because if I don't write it and I end the stream, and then I'll lose it. Miss Maddie, oh, she's in the chat, right?
Yeah.
Listen, you're more than welcome to stay in the chat, but be respectful. You know what I mean? I wish you the best. You know what I mean? No ill will, no nothing. It's unfortunate though, but you shouldn't make a big deal or out of it. Nothing. I didn't say anything bad about you or whatever. You know, so I just want to move out. Okay. Let me write this number down.
Yeah, I'm gonna take your number down right now too.
7. Okay. 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6. You going live today?
Yeah, I'm going live tonight.
Okay, cool. So what time? Let me drop your link.
I'm going live at 8:30 Eastern.
Okay. I'll stop by. I think I got time. That's an hour and a half. Good stuff. Okay.
So I got your number.
All right. There we go. We dropped his link. All right. Okay. Hey, I want to like once again, I want to thank everybody in chat. Hit that like button for the Angel Newfound Life. Prairie, Sean Little, everybody, Amanda Erickson, Smitty.
There's 27 watching.
27
and
watches.
only
Good.
18 likes.
Yeah, let's boost that a little something. You know what I mean?
Yes. Let's get it up there.
Yeah.
23 likes now.
Good stuff.
We're
Thanks,
getting it there.
guys. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Sam. That's awesome. Whoever
Samsonite. That's a good
awesome
guy right there. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, go visit Eddie's channel. You're gonna enjoy it, even if you can't relate. But my advice is to people: watch from afar if you don't got nothing good to add. Don't say anything. Even if you find a story, you can actually just be respectful of these people's pain. You know what I mean? That's all. That's how I would suggest. I know there's a drama community. We troll each other or whatever. But some people are having a hard time healing. And you can actually do more damage. Let them heal. You know what I mean? Whatever that is.
Yeah. I got a Q&A coming up where people are going to ask me questions and I'm going to answer them truthfully.
Oh, good stuff. Good stuff. I like those.
Yeah.
I like those Q&As like that. Yeah. Well, I'm thinking about we have a lot of ideas in the works. Nothing's really solid, but kind of changing you can actually do what you do and just kind of add a little trivia to stuff, maybe. I don't know, whatever. But make it interesting. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. But Q&As are good for sure.
Yeah, because you learn about the host. You learn really about the host. And that's
the person that owns the channel. Yeah, especially you that's lost a loved one. And I'm once again, my sincere condolences. And then you've gone through your addictions and all. So yeah, they want to get to know you. They want to see if you're real and you can really, really relate. And God bless you with that, because you have the ability to share. I can't actually. I don't really have. I can in real life. I've helped people and gave them advice, but on here it's been difficult. But not everybody's built for it. So
it's not easy. It's not easy, bro. It's not.
Yeah.
Trust me. When I first started this, it was a trial and error. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When I started this journey, I'm putting my life out there.
Right.
I'm getting personable with people. You know what I'm saying? Are they going to take digs at me when I share my story? If they do, whatever floats their boat.
Right.
I have a saying, I leave the drama at the door.
That's right.
When I go outside, the world's full of drama, but when I come into my domain, there's no drama.
Respect the house.
Yes.
I mean, it's like people like you and Vic are really I don't know how you guys, God bless you guys, man. Y'all have this thing. Vic has this energy to, no matter what that person has done. Well, I think there's limits to it. They can't say everybody, but he wants to help, and it comes from his heart. You know what I mean? He's like, He
You-
wants to make a difference in somebody's life. And how
That-
can I, say, no, well, don't help that. It's not my job to tell him who to help and not to help. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, everybody needs help.
everybody needs help. We all need
But
help.
there's the ones that do they want it?
Do they want it? Yeah. I mean, sometimes he's even said it that sometimes he probably has to wash his hands and kind of walk away. But that's for him to say, not for anybody else. He knows when enough is enough, or if that person, it can't be helped. But
You can't help those that don't want to be helped.
that's true. That's true. I mean, so, and that, I don't know. I want to talk to him about that. When is it that you give up? When the person still continue doing and saying the same things and putting and spewing the same bullshit. When is enough is enough? Maybe we all have limits, right? So, I'm always going to be supportive of what he does. I don't have to like the people he's helping, like I said, but
you don't have to. That's what friends are for, man.
Yeah, and Vic has been a blessing. God bless Vic, because I came back. He left when I left. When he came back, kind of at the same time, and we
exactly what Haley said. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Yes.
So Vic has always been out there. I've known him for a while, but I think he deserves his own channel. And I'm on a mission to get him started. And once that mission is completed, I don't know what else I'm going to do. But I know Vic is going to be as successful as you are. He's compassionate. He actually is a real deal. He's not faking anything. So So God bless Vic.
I met you through Mr. P.
Mr. P, yeah, shout out to Mr. P. Yeah.
So I was just YouTube hopping one day, right, Angel?
Mm-hmm. Right.
And I was like, I want to know. I said, as a creator, I want to learn about other creators.
Right.
And I just happened to come across Mr. P's channel.
Right.
And I'm like, man, this channel is full of drama. Maybe I could go up here and help some people.
I tell you what, Mr. P is out of the channels out there, is the most docile one, if anything. Yeah, it got crazy sometimes. Maybe Mike Cerrone was up there, maybe mouthing off of somebody, but it wasn't that. I think Mr. P was, and right now, what he's doing. The last live I saw, he was talking about space. I think he has a passion for rockets and space and stuff like that, and in politics. He likes politics.
Yeah.
But there was times that it got crazy. I was up there a lot of times.
Oh,
in the middle
trust
of
me,
the
I
night.
know, Angel. I trust me, I know. I know.
I had some bad moments up there.
Yes.
Listen, at 4 a.m, and I can't sleep because whatever. I won't say why. Of course, I'm gonna be in a bad fucking mood. I'm looking to tear somebody up. So yeah.
That's how I met you. That's how I met Kanye. That's how I met Smitty. I've met some really good people. You know what I'm saying? That are not full of drama. They're just there for the good time.
There's a lot of good people in this community, man. I'm telling you. Because you like drama, because we all are addicted to drama a little bit, doesn't really make you a bad person.
No, because some people need a little bit in their life to get away.
Yeah,
but not like every day, like 24/7. You know what I'm saying? You need a little bit of entertainment. I wouldn't say drama.
Right.
I would say entertainment.
Right.
Okay, because I don't deal with the drama, but I'll go for the entertainment to laugh.
Yeah, to laugh and stuff, right? Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But if I'm up on panel and stuff gets a little out of hand, I'll speak up. I'd be like, "Yo, bro, that was uncalled for." No.
I think this is the most serious I've been since I've came back. Yeah, I was kind of pissed today. I know I sounded kind of different because I think this is. Let me see.
I think the shit show wants to come up.
AC. I think this is AC. I'll put the banner up anyway. But for sure, today maybe people were probably a little surprised that I was kind of shouting into the mic or whatever. But I was really, really fucking livid about this whole fucking strong thing. I really was, man. I'm not gonna lie. It was really fucking disturbing.
I've actually had Samantha come up on panel, and we've had some discussions before.
Oh, AC? Oh, and Mike, you said. What's up, AC?
I'm here for the porn bombs.
What's going on, buddy?
What's up, man?
Did you see that fucking idiot, bro?
No, actually, I'm not subscribed to All Things Serious.
Oh, no. The channel name is fuck. Give me a second.
Whatever channel it was you were showing, I'm not
Yeah.
subscribed to them.
Okay.
I'm new to that, so I'm subscribed now. But as soon as
good. Yeah.
yeah, but as soon as I saw that, I was like, why the fuck is Mike Cerrone in another community trying to spill his bullshit?
Exactly what I felt. I couldn't believe it, bro. I'm like, okay, I know he's been to the Diddy channels and he's fake that he knows about rap and about this and that. But this was kind of disturbing. I was like, what the fuck? These women are actually crying, sharing their stories. He can't relate, AC. He can't relate.
No,
he hasn't lost a child. Yeah.
Well, no. That's not true. Well, the kid that he has, I mean, he's paying child support on it. But it's a choice not to see the kid, not so much a taking away, right? So he has a kid that's been taken away. He just doesn't give a shit about
He
it.
just don't give a fuck, right? Exactly.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, he did the whole, how tall he was, the rare blood type and all the bullshit. And the ladies are talking about, obviously, about healing and about, it's really almost tear-jerking stuff. You know what I mean? You gotta, it's really sad stuff. And he's up there just inviting people to fight into rings. And it's like, what the fuck are you doing, bro? And by the way, go see Proby's channel, Senior Citizen Sal's, and I'm missing one, Vegas Valley Community Cries. They all have clipped it in some type of way or another. So go check that out. I mean, I would wish somebody would go. Now, how would you go about that? Those ladies, I don't know. That's kind of touchy right there. Would you actually go over there and let them know? You probably would.
I so would.
Yeah.
I so would.
Yeah. I think they need to know. You know what I mean? He'll make it a pit stop every fucking day. You know what I mean? And what he's doing is actually trolling, because he's lying about. He's trying to obviously it's fake sympathy, empathy, and all that. So to me, it's a type of a troll. He's looking for attention, obviously. So now he said he was married. Maybe he forgot that he's divorced. Maybe, I don't know. He's such a moron. One lie on top of another. That's how you get tripped up.
And that's one thing I can't stand, and I'm pretty sure AC agrees, is a liar.
Dude, and once you start lying in this fucking community, people fucking find out, bro. Forget about it, man.
You don't know me, but you have no idea how much you hit the nail on the fucking head right there.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, I can't stand a fucking liar. And Mike Cerrone is one of the biggest liars out here on fucking YouTube. This dude has lied about everything from his work to the things that he's accomplished, to like kids, marriage. I mean, the fucking works with this guy.
Yeah. There's no stopping. Listen, before today, I said, you know what? I'm going to accept Mike for what he is. I'm going to look at him as entertainment. I'm not going to take this motherfucker serious anymore. I was even on panel and had bananas with him at sometimes. You know what I mean? So after last night, I was like, I don't know. This motherfucker is taking it to a new low. How low can you go? So, I don't know. A lot of people have done a lot of bad things, but this has got to be up there, top 10 in disgusting behavior. I don't know.
One thing Mike Cerrone can't do is dox me, because you can't dox the willing.
Yeah. Well, it also helps if you're already doxxed. I mean, what more can they do to you? We're gonna dox you. Okay, good luck with that. Let me know how many traffic tickets they got. Let me know where I've worked at, and when I've done this and when I've done that. Exactly. Tell me what my underwear size is. I mean, all of that shit's out there.
Yeah.
Oh, on top of that, you'll see my arrest record, because I got a lot of violent assaults on my record.
Yeah. Well,
so you can come pay me a visit if you want to.
Yeah, he likes to. When I'm on Bananas, he likes to put my name out there in chat. Banana blocks it, or Megan will block it, but he likes to do that. And you know what? Like AC, I've been doxxed every week from Sunday. Like, and it's the same record. It's not gonna fucking change. So, some people, it bothers some people. I can understand why. And that's why I believe in anonymity. I know I have trouble with that word. Listen, if you don't want to share who you are, anonymity. Okay, thank you. There's nothing wrong with that. That doesn't make you a coward. I actually would suggest people coming into this that don't know, don't overshare, because people that overshare always get themselves in trouble. So, yeah.
You know, the thing is everybody has a past, right? And I have a past and I own up to it. But then you got some people who create a past, create a fake past.
Right. Yeah.
And they have to live that lie over and over again.
I think in hindsight, I look back and I'm like, the exaggerators like Joe was. He was an exaggerator, so much so that he had a BMW. It was never there. It was like, that's more than a line. I think so. A lot of these people are fucking sick in the fucking head, and they find YouTube to kind of dump and take it out on people. You know what I mean? So
yeah. Why brag about a vehicle you don't own?
Exactly, dude. He gets home drunk one day. The girls are trolling him. He opens the garage door, and guess what's not there? You remember that, AC?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, he busts himself. It's like, it looks ridiculous. You know what I mean? But a lot of it is entertainment. If anything, I don't get mad anymore like I used to. I don't take this that serious as I used to. You know what I mean? I've learned to relax a little bit. And, don't take things in. I see people kind of bouncing around all happy-go-lucky. I'm like, how the fuck? Now, actually, you disconnect a little bit. You don't feed into it too much. And you gotta just be true to yourself. Don't fucking lie about nothing. Keep it real. Keep it funky. Keep it a buck. You'll be all right.
You know, one thing I can't stand is when I'm live streaming and talking about mental health, and then you get trolls that come in. It's like I put it on subscribers mode only, right? So in order to come in the chat, you have to be subscribed. And these people actually wait the 5 minutes after they sub to troll me.
Right.
And that's what irks me and agitates me.
Well,
all right, you're giving me the view. That's fine.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But the thing is we're having a serious conversation, and these trolls come in and want to be disruptive.
Yeah. I would suggest that, I let things go. If it becomes really, really bad, there's some things that I'm not going to let go, because we are in the drama community. There's going to be some trolling. I would, I don't know. I would make an announcement to everyone. Listen, some trolls may come in. I don't know. Nobody wants to get ridiculed, but I don't know. That's kind of a hard one. That all depends on how you want to go about that.
Smitty's like, okay, nappy time.
All right, listen. I'm gonna end the show. You're gonna go live in about an hour.
Yeah, a little over an hour. Yes.
Oh, thanks to AC for popping up. Thank you, Bart, Smitty, Samsonite, Kane, everybody in chat. I appreciate. Hit that like button. Oh, Vegas.
I'm gonna give you a call. I'm gonna give you a call.
Absolutely.
After the live stream.
All right. Let me go. Let me see. Let me give this person a channel. I share some of his. So go subscribe to Vegas. I don't know how he doesn't have a wrench. Okay, let me give him a wrench. All right. So shout out to. Let me drop these, because I don't like sharing stuff and not dropping their wrenches. It's just a habit. So it was Vegas Valley Constantly Cries. I think I played. Who else? Senior Citizen Sal. And Proby. Shout out to Proby. So here goes Vegas Valley Constantly Cries. Let me get Prairie. I mean, what did I say? Prairie, Proby. All right, boom. Boom and boom. Here it goes. Okay, one more. What I got? Okay, Senior Citizen Sal missing. Okay. I like sharing the funny stuff. This one was kind of difficult to kind of laugh at the stuff because it was so fucking dark. In my view, my opinion, it was dark shit. All right, there we go. All right, everyone. Thank you, everyone. God bless everyone. Have a great weekend. It's coming up. So with that, I'll leave you guys. Hey, Eddie, you gonna stay backstage? You wanna call me or?
Yeah, I'm gonna jump off here, let you
Okay.
finish, and I'm gonna call you.
All right, cool. All right. God bless it. Let me see what intro. I lost the intro. All right, guys. God bless you guys. Thank you for showing up. I didn't really want to go into it like that, but you know what I mean. It's people that are trying to heal and they've gone through a horrible. The most horrible thing you can think of is losing a child or some, a family member that you care about, and you want to actually share with people that can relate, and then you have this fucking moron, kind of making a joke out of the whole healing process. So shout out to those channels, and yeah. All right, guys. God bless. MWO. Bo light. Buenas noches. I'll be back with Vic tomorrow. All right, guys? All right. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. God bless.